Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to my first Mary Kay tutorial. Today we're going to go over some of the little things that I do for skincare, but mostly we're going to just give ourselves a natural look. Right now I do have eye makeup on, and I'm going to take that off in front of you guys so you can see how it goes. Um, So we're going to start off by putting on this, and I just cut this off one of my husband's work t-shirts to make a nice little headband to keep the hair out of my face. So put that on, and now the hair is out of my face. So I'm going to start. The eye makeup I have on is Mary Kay. I did wash my face before doing this. So all I have is eye makeup on, but I wanted to feature this product because it's really, really good. Mary Kay has a lot of waterproof products out at this point, and so it is hard to get the makeup off when you want to get it off at night if you don't have this. But if you have this, it's super easy. So this is the Mary Kay oil-free makeup remover, and you just want to shake it up and put it on just a cotton ball, or I have these little cotton squares, though I'm starting to think that the cotton balls might absorb a little bit more. I'm not sure, but whatever you want, whatever you have at home. So you just squirt a little on. You don't need too much. You just squirt like 2 or 3 squirts on there, and then you just take off the makeup that you have. You can see it's coming off pretty well. So we're taking off the makeup that we had on before. And just so you guys know, I do use all Mary Kay. I'm a Mary Kay rep. I use the Time-Wise 3-in-1 cleanser, which is the toner, exfoliant, and a cleanser in one, and the moisturizer. I have allergies to some of the stuff in the additional parts of the Time-Wise line, the daytime and nighttime. I'm not sure which one I have allergies to. I just know I reacted once, so I haven't used that. But I do use the microdermabrasion once a week, sometimes twice a week if I feel like it, if I feel like I need some extra toning to the skin, and if I think my pores are extra big, then I use the microdermabrasion for that. So just to give you a highlight of some of those things, this is the Time-Wise, this is the moisturizer. The cleanser looks pretty much almost identical. Oops, there we go. So that's a definite, I would say must-haves are the cleanser, the moisturizer, and I love the microdermabrasion. It's one of our best sellers because it is so good, and you can see the effects pretty quickly. So I'm going to start. All my stuff is in this nifty little bag that comes when you get the brush kit. So I like that. There are many different ways that you can do the makeup. I've learned a lot from tutorials, and I've seen one girl who used the foundation and used it with the powder foundation brush. I'm not sure the science of it, but I like it. I like doing that, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm sure there's an actual other brush for it. I just haven't bought it yet. So this is what I do in the meantime. You can also use your fingers, which I did for a long time before I bought these brushes, but I like that it kind of spreads it on a less heavy, in a less heavy way. So I put a little bit on my hand, just about that much. I don't know if you can see that. Not too much. I'd say 2 or 3 pea sizes. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. That's about how much I put on there. And I just get little corners of it. I don't dab it all in at once. Just little corners. And I just Um, I just brush it around until it's spread evenly across my face. And you do usually want to put a primer on. I don't have primer with me, so that's the only reason I don't have actual face primer. Sometimes you can put sunscreen below. I only don't do that because I have more of an oily face, and it just kind of makes it more oily. But the primer is really good. I've used the primer, I just don't have any right now. So usually you want to put a primer on. That also, the Mary Kay primers have SPF, which is good. You should always have a little bit of something with SPF on your face, protect from the sun. Even in the winter, the sun rays can actually bounce off the white of the snow, or as long as there's sun, even when there's clouds, there are some rays that go through, and that's just modern science. So, it's always good to have some protection. Take care of your skin. Take care of it early while you still can. It's easier to keep your skin young than to make it young once it's already old. So, there we go. That's the Mary Kay. I use the matte foundation. Where did I just put that? Okay, yeah. So, I use the Time Wise Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. I used to be a powder girl, but I like the fact that when my forehead is dry, it doesn't flake off with this, but it's still, because I have the oil skin, it doesn't leave a shine. This is my daughter Audrey. She also loves Mary Kay. So, there we go. That's the start. Now, I am also using my compact. This is the larger one that you can order from Mary Kay. I like that every time I order stuff, I can put it in here, and everything's magnetic, so if I want it to come out, it lifts right out. For today, I'm going to leave everything in there. And I do have several colors in here, you'll see. We're going to start off with, it's here on the bottom, it's a cider blush. It's not the bronzer, it's the cider blush. I have the brighter blush, but I found that when we want a natural look, part of it depends on your skin tone, part of it depends on your eyes. In my case, I'm using the beige 2 for the foundation, and I have green eyes. It's a little bit darker than sometimes I have used, but it's not too dark. As you can see, I don't have any lines. I blended it. You blend it well in through your neck so that you don't have an orange face, and then, down here. And my face isn't orange. That's part of having the right coloring. So you want to make sure that your foundation is matched to your skin tone, and that's black. So, anyway, I have green eyes, and when I first got into Mary Kay, my director matched me up with this blush because she said it's really good with green eyes, and I agree. And it's also pretty natural once you put it on. So I'm using the blush brush, which you can see it has a little bit of a point to it, so that you can apply it at the contours. It goes straight down about the shape of the brush. So I just put a little on the brush, and sometimes I tap it off to make it even, and so that I don't have a big splotch like right up here. And I start somewhere in the middle of the cheekbone. If you want to do a lot of highlights, you can, but this is the short and simple makeup application. So, short, simple, and natural. So we're going to go just right along our cheekbone. Right along our cheekbone right here. So we're going to keep applying. I'm going to put a little bit more since the lighting is the way it is, so that you guys can see the difference. It's going to be a little heavier than I usually go, but the coloring's alright. And you want to just make sure you blend it in. Well, everything in makeup is about blending. It's one of the most important things. If you don't blend, then you're just going to have a bunch of lines on your face. And you can see what this does is, and you want to apply it according to your face shape. Because there are sometimes, like my face shape is longer, and so I'm applying it along my cheekbone. Sometimes you want to apply it on top, sometimes you want a facial highlighter on top, sometimes you want to apply it a little bit below. It all depends on what kind of shadowing you want to do on your face. Makeup is kind of a piece of art of shadowing. So just a little bit more in here to give it a little bit color. I usually give my nose a little dab to make sure it's all even. And then I usually run my fingers along just to take off any excess. And there's the blush. So now we're going to the eyes. And as you can see, my assistant here, she loves this part. I'm using the eye primer, which basically helps the eyes to go on a little bit more smoothly. Helps the eyes to go on a bit more smoothly and also to stay on longer. So that's what I really like, because sometimes we have the habit of rubbing our eyes. So I just put a little bitty dot right on my finger, and then I usually go like this, and I just spread it evenly around my eyes. Rub it in. And we're going to start with the eyes. So this is a natural eye. It's a little bit of a smoky eye, but not the traditional dramatic smoky eye. It's just a more natural. So I'm using the, here we go. I'm going to use this combination, which is the honey spice. This right here is the honey spice. This is, I think, sheer blush, or it's a pink eyeshadow, a shimmery pink. And this is the espresso, I believe. It's been a while. I've always used the same stuff, but pretty sure that's accurate. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and start off with our honey spice and put it on this brush. And some people say this is a no-no. If I had more brushes, I would use other brushes, but I usually use one, clean it off, use the next, and I have my other brush that I use for the smoky, for the blending. So this one is just for application. Put the honey spice, and I'm going to put it along above my eyelid, the whole space around and above my eyelid. So you can see here. And sometimes if I don't get enough on, if I want a little bit more shimmer, I'll put a little extra. Today's not one of those days. Today it's going to be okay. So start from the inside. I'll work my way out. You want to make sure that you definitely have the coloring up along the eyebrow line, because that's where it's going to come out the most. That's where it's mostly going to be seen, because down below that eyebrow line we're going to put other colors and the other two colors, and we're going to do some of the blending. So that's done. Now we're going to do the sheer pink. And we're going to put that on, and like I said, I just cleaned off my brush and a little towel here that I have here for blending. And so I'm going to put the sheer pink right on my eyelid. And it is pretty sheer. So I'm going to apply it in multiple layers to make sure that the pink does come out. So that you can see it some. And like I said, I'm going to try to do it a little bit more dramatically today so that because of the lighting in the video can catch it. And what I also do is I usually start from the inside and just give a little blending up along the inside, kind of like in a V shape. So I go up a little bit here, and up a little in here, and up a little around here to give it a little shadow in this area. So I'm going to do that with the other eye because I just applied on the other eye just a little bit. Kind of weird doing this the opposite way. There we go. So, you got that. Now if you want, I have sometimes stopped here and gone straight to the liner and the mascara. I'm not going to do that today because like I said, I'm going to give you a little bit of smoky. So it's going to be a step above natural, but it's still going to be natural. It's like natural formal as opposed to natural casual. So, it's actually a little bit below formal, a little bit above casual. So natural social. We'll say natural social. That's going to be the title of this video, I'm sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the espresso, and any kind of dark brown will work. This purple, it's sweet plum, also works it's really fantastic. I love the purple. I'm going with the brown because of the natural color. The purple actually also gives you pretty natural color, but I use it more in formal occasions. So we're going to stick with brown for today, but consider the sweet plum as good stuff. So I'm going to take some of the brown, and I don't tap this off because I'm going to do enough blending later on. And all I do is put a little V like this. And that's it. I know, it looks weird right now, but I do that on both sides. I just do a little V. Sorry, I just got a little turned around there on my, since I'm doing this with the video, but it won't make a difference too much. That was a little sloppy. So maybe we'll look a little bit more on the other side, but anyway, so you see the sloppiness? Don't worry about it being sloppy, because we're going to fix that up later anyway. So then, I take out my blending brush. I use this to blend. I make sure it's clean. I usually rub it against a little towel here. And then, what I'm going to do, since this one turned out to be the good eye, I'm going to blend up and out, and basically I'm just going to blend upwards and inwards and blend until, as you see, it looks more like a nice little shadow. If you want it to be a little more dramatic, you can, but like I said, we're going for natural today. So even in here, we're gonna blend, and we're gonna blend a shadow around here. And you just wanna, like I said, the key is blending. Still might look a little blotchy to you. That's fine, don't worry about that yet. We'll worry about that when we're all finished. If there's still blotches at the end, then you fix it. But now we're going to go to our brown eyeliner. This is actually on a dual eyeliner thing. This is a copper shadow and the brown eyeliner. I only use the brown eyeliner part, especially since my daughter carved out the copper part of it. But I love the eyeliner, and the eyeliner does come by itself in brown, steel. Well, it comes in several different colors now. When I first got into it, I wasn't much into colors. Like I said, we're going for natural, so I'm going to use the brown. And I like to pull my eye over at the side. It helps the eyeliner go on quickly and smoothly. I don't have all those gaps. So I'm going to do that on both sides. I start from the outside and like to work in and then go back. And I'm going to go just slightly more heavy than normal so that you guys can see. So there you go. There's my liner. And there are several different directions you can take from here on out. And I have all of them. If you want to go more formal, and it all depends on your eyelashes too. My eyelashes are also pretty long by themselves. They're kind of blonde, so you can't really see how long they are without mascara. But I have 3 different mascaras. I love the Ultimate because it gives me a lot of volume, but when I'm going on a natural day, I go more for, this is the Lash Love Brown Waterproof. So, Lash Love Brown Waterproof. And that's what I'm going to go with today because, like I said, we're going pretty informal, pretty casual, just a step above casual, social. So I'm going to go with the brown still because I'm still going for the natural. If you're going for just a little bit more drama on the eyelashes, I would recommend the Lash Love in black. This I bought before they had the waterproof, but they also have this in waterproof as well, the Lash Love in black. This is the Lash Love in brown, and they're going to actually be the same color. Like if you order the waterproof all comes in this gray one. The one without waterproof capabilities is in the black tube. So, we're just going to apply this really quick. And a lot of people have their own tricks to this. My eyes are pretty sensitive once you get pretty close, so a lot of times I blink for coverage because you got to make sure you're covered from root to end. And the Lash Love is known for adding even more length onto your eyes. The Ultimate adds length, but I find with my eyes it adds more volume than length, which is why I love it. But on my day-to-day, when I'm going natural, I'm going brown. So. And sometimes I use both the Lash Love and the Ultimate if I want that kind of look, you know, when you put on the fake eyelashes to give you volume and length. I'll put on the Ultimate first, and then I'll put on the Lash Love, which is awesome too. So, there you go. That's a step above. It's a natural social look. And the last step, and it all depends on what your preferences are. If I'm going formal, we'll put lipstick on first. I have this pink lipstick, which I'm not going to use today. On a natural day like today, my go-to gloss, even though I have several because I love glosses, I'll put on the lip primer, which I ran out of, so I have to get some more in. I'll put on my lip primer, and then I'll go to my Fancy Nancy. It just gives a little bit more shine, and even people who don't like the shiny, glittery stuff, I find still like the Fancy Nancy anyway, even though it is the kind of glittery shine. So, last step, and here we go. It's just a basic gloss, because we're going natural. So, natural social. And you just might want to put a couple layers on. This is actually Nourish Shine Lip Gloss. It helps your lips. Nourish. And there you have it. Your natural social look. Thank you very much. If you like this, please post. I'm going to post my Mary Kay website on here if you were interested in any of the products. Like I said, I use only Mary Kay. I love Mary Kay. I haven't found anything better, so yeah, it's Mary Kay. And I hope you like the look.